Hello and welcome back to Pervy Nurse Simulator 2014. I'm kidding. That joke was horrible. Don't start with me. What the hell is it? Is it a coaster? I have no idea what it's called. It probably is a coaster. Tea in hand. Nurse staring at me like that. Like, oh god. The characters that never open... Well, have their eyes closed for long periods of time always scare me. The nurse grabs me by the shoulder without waiting for Rin's permission, which he didn't need in the first place, and drags me aside. When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. I understand that you are still on your first week and all, but please don't ignore the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down this hard on you is that habits are not easy to form. The more you slip and postpone, the harder it'll be. It's the same with everything, in like dieting. Can it... Oh, wait. Oh, I have to say... Why would I need to say maybe? That I don't understand. But I need to say yes. Yeah, I promise. Definitely. He studies me for a moment and then shrugs, smiling again. Okay, that's more like it. If you go to the school track tomorrow morning, you'll meet my spy, who probably has no qualms. Probably qualms. Offering consultation to you if you want to jog a bit. Consultation? See you around. Oh god, he scares me. Well, it's probably because of the voice I've given him. But yeah, we're going to definitely have to... Well, then again, I said we're going to have a choice on the last episode, which we were if I continued for a minute longer. But I didn't. So yeah, let's just continue. He leaves with a wave of his hand and no answer, and I walk to Rin, who has been waiting, idly leaning against the hallway wall and staring at the pale lighting fixtures in the ceiling. Even when I approach, she doesn't seem to move her eyes off them. Are you getting medications for your heart thingy? Were you listening? It comes out more accusatory than I intended. Accusatory? Is that even a word? Accusatory than I intended, accidentally lashing out on her. But even so, I don't really want to start talking about it. I just met her. I don't know her. It's not her business. The nurse seems to be happily ignorant about confidentiality too. Talking about that kind of thing in public. Oh, he isn't... what is it? What ignorant about that? But it's not Rin's fault, is it? Of course not. I look at her, suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Rin's just staring past my shoulder, quizzically, her head tilted like a bird's. Fly like a bird, sigh. I don't know why this is so hard for me. It feels like there is something explicable that prevents me from being more upfront about this. Yeah, they're for my heart. Will they make you better? No, not really. They just make me a little less worse. Rin keeps looking at me for a while longer, and she never says anything further, nor displays any kind of emotion I could discern. I'm thankful that she doesn't. I think I'm still not quite used to all this. At the hospital, it was easy. Before I lifted up the coaster as well, then. I still haven't sorted my feelings about having to live a normal life with this disability. Click, damn you. We leave the main building and Rin leads us onwards towards the dorm. We stop at the small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built on a slightly elevated ground with a wall and a few trees that everyone has to circle around every time they come or go. It's probably the only inconvenient design in this school. The entire wall made of the same kind of bricks, as the building itself has been covered with some sort of painting. Most of it is still mere sketches, quick lines drawn with black and white against the grey, oh god, plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. Oh god, sorry for that. I'm not tired or bored. Before you say anything. There are human faces and legs and hands. I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seem to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground beside the wall. Click. See, the left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I couldn't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was suddenly morning. I have to work on it, but the guys from the art class are helping with the negative space and base surfaces whenever, which is the problem. It's easier to paint big areas if there are a lot of people with hands. Their reach is better, and it's faster too. She goes on a tangent of a tangent, waving a little with her arms, or whatever it there actually is, to demonstrate even though I got the point already. The white cotton of her sleeves flaps around and it makes me think it could look sadder than it does. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the student bases. Special properties as in the past few days. I have no idea what I just read. This girl doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago already, and just keeps on blabbering. So that's why I'm trying to... Oh god, need a drink. Oh god. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if there is something I need to figure out, and then figure that out before it's too late and all hope is lost. I'm falling down. Why would the hope be lost? Because paint has to be painted and then it has to dry and then it has to be painted over with another kind of paint. It takes time. She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of statement that makes sense. I think it's best to start from the top. So, this is your project. You did this? Yes, yes. All of it? Yes. Nice, but I stumbled with my words, suddenly feeling like I've walked straight into a minefield of political incorrectness. It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad. I blush really hard. I don't really know what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels that I'm way more sensitive than Rin is, though. This is really awkward. Don't you want to ask? How do you paint without hands? See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet. I almost guessed that already, but what the hell is that? Be right back, I think I heard the door. I did, I'm not crazy. Almost, right, I read that. You're good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now. Yeah, it's that smile. Like, when she smiles, I feel like I should put a lot more energy into it, but I remember her from the face that, well, the face when she first got up, not the one where she was trying to eat. It looks slightly lifeless, you know. I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she was using her feet to eat, I figured painting... I nearly said finger painting then. I figured painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us has anything more to add on the subject. The afternoon light works pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in the dim light. Do you think it's flat? Well, paintings tend to be flat. Not like that flat. You know, flat. Like some people are. No substance. No meat where there should be some. I know a few girls Who? Ah, right, okay. Okay, I get it, but I couldn't really tell. I'm not that good with art. I can't name any artists or artistic terms, so I don't really have anything to say. Rin shrugs her shoulders at that saying, "Suit yourself," without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there. I didn't think I'd get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I could do a little before it's too dark. I wanted to get a halogen lamp, but like the ones they have at the sports track, but there aren't any. Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as was Shizune. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed, so to speak. Why not? I'm not really sure if I can be of any help, though. It's just mixing some paints. You can do that, probably. Do you have motor control problems? Like those people who have some? Cerebral palsy, maybe? I've heard of that. Not that I know of. I get it. Heart thingy has nothing to do with that. She gives me a sly look for no reason. For no reason! No, it doesn't. Let's do it then. Boutic power. So she sits on an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up a wide brush between the toes of her bare right foot. I open a few of the cans and pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. The thick paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. I thought you didn't know any artistic terms. My voice is cracking like there's no tomorrow. Too many girl voices. Maybe I should have water when I drink. Well, yeah, that would make sense. Maybe I should have water when I read this for drinking. There, that's better. The whole story was... Oh my god, it's getting worse. Rin sets to work, every now and then asking for me. Her hand with something or the other. I think I'll give it a break after the 25-minute mark. Or 20-minute, yeah. I'm going to give this 20 minutes. ... Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paint to be the exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in her head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants precision down to the last millimeter before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Add half a splash of green. I crouch down to pick up the can of bright green. The other green. This green. I carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl. No, that's almost a whole splash. Or white. Is green a good colour to add? No idea. You're the artist here. A hint of smile appears in the corners of her mouth. Do you lack an opinion? No, it's just that I have no idea. It's okay, because I just got an idea. Add more white. That smile, it's like she's trolling us. With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream but can't remember it. Maybe it's yellow. ... Despite the impossibility of mixing... Fucking hell. Bloody coaster. There we are. Despite the impossibility of mixing colour... Colour! Where's the U? American version. Like the change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Looks like nothing was done. Seeing a painting being born on the plastered wall feels like magic. It's a kind of magic. I don't even think that's a song. Or maybe it is, and I don't know the lyrics like all of them. Well, I do know them. I just can't sing for shit. I spend the moments I have between mixing paints crouching down on the paving and just looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works the detail, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a plausible mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us says a word for the longest time. And even though short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues, as if there was some need to converse words and breathe and sound. As if oh my. We stay there late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. We are going to make a choice. Well, second choice. Time to stretch. Oh, shut up. The sound of an alarm pulls me out of a fitful slumber and into the unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering an energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I already haven't. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded. Oh god. I think. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they are going to let me get away that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications, and put on my old socky clothings. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yamaku. Oh, fabulous man! So I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I'd ordered some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothing is kind of nostalgic. Nostalgia! Oh god, I want to watch Blade again now. Oh, that was beautiful. It's a shame the new series doesn't have Bit Beasts. Or maybe they have now. When did I start watching it? I stopped watching the new Blade at the end of the first series. Whatever episode it was. I don't remember. I can't use them for that anymore. So maybe they can get a new life this way. A bit like me. After all, if I'm going to start... Damn it, T. I can't... If I start... Back off. After all, if I'm going to start taking care of myself, I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Okay. Basics, which include keeping the rest of my body in shape along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to do something approaching a normal life. Or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute. That's the spirit. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic-legged girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track, lively like a half-mechanical gazelle. Xaydadik Gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. Emi? She seems to be running laps. It's somewhat easy lope. Her prosthetic legs clanking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurses are pressing the poor girl to jog just like he is oppressing me. Oh God, I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health and his prompting me to do so. Oh, hello. Phone is texting. Oh, hold on a minute. Ugh. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get out of the way early. The fact that there would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. Twin Tails girl. Really? You don't remember her name? Good morning. Your name is Isao, right? She grinned, seemingly pleased that she'd remembered my name. You must not remember me. Emi, I knocked you over in the hall yesterday. Miss Ip... Oh my God, I don't know your last name, but that face. She imitates Misha, imitating Shizune, failing to get the same kind of subdued lit into her high-pitched voice. How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emi has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that again. Well, so long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose I'll be fine. Great! I'm not sure she realised I was joking. So, the spy consultant the nurse was talking about, is that actually you? That's right. Oh. I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What are you saying? I don't look like I could be a spy? A psychic spy? No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid he would have someone to watch my every move. Unless you are here to do exactly that. No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy-haired transfer student who looks like he's kinda lost around the track. So why are you down here? Emi strikes a dramatic pose. Training. For what? Track. Ah, I see. You're on the track team then. Emi nods enthusiastically. Yep. I'm one of the better runners too. And modest about it too. Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know. I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Nah, I'm not even sure that I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm just not into organised sports, you know. Oh my God, we're hitting close to 25 mark. No, just keep going. It's true, I never even got that much. Really got into that much. Oh my God, I never even really got that much into soccer, football. Not the bastardized version. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emi seems to understand my meaning. I see. Not that into the whole organization thing. Well, bastard. I want to say it, but I'm not. I'm not gonna say it. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh? What? Sure, I guess. Emi seems pleased. Are you going to warm up? Real men don't warm up. Real man! Oh, what's his name again? Oh, balls, a white-haired guy from Fairy Tale. I don't know. I forgot his name. Oh no, you always should warm up. Batisao. She scolds me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughed suddenly. Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs. As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades, yes, seem to be quite elastic. Let's go! Hiksu! So we both take off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emi moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Hands spread right. That's something about hitting on the balls of your feet rather than the heels. I try to match my stride to Emi's, but it's pretty difficult. Click. Apparently I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emi could help me with that sometime. I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple of laps today, and slowed to a walk pretty quickly. What? Emi keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily and constant to my own somewhat gasping demeanour. Finished already? I hang my head ruefully. Yeah. What? Have I done it wrong? No, I haven't. It's impossible. Let's keep going. And I'm in very good shape right now. Emi nods and then grins at me. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, the important thing is that you started, right? Next time you just have to try to hold out longer, and then longer, and longer, and eventually you'll be great. I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now I'm going to get ready for class. Shouldn't you? Emi shrugs unconcerned. Have I done it wrong? No, I've been I'm a little bit worried. Nah, I've got plenty of time. I notice that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Not really, but I've got to finish my routine. See you later, Xaydam. Yeah, see ya. I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or failure, but I'll admit that I feel something about this morning. And like Henry said, I just need to keep at it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect or something like that. It's nice at least to feel like I've taken some semblance of... Oh, no. No, I haven't done it wrong. Okay, so go for it is after... right, okay. Okay, we're fine. It's nice at least to feel like I've taken some semblance of control over my health. I lied to you all. I'll have to try to keep this up. I head back to the dorm to wash the change of uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. Oh, right, okay. I'm tired from all the running, so I just want to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. Yeah, okay. In the next episode, we're not going to be here. Okay, in the next episode, we're going to be in class, so good day.